Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we're talking about game week 22 on NBA Sorare. And if you guys haven't checked out my other videos on Sorare, you know I like to give value picks here, then also closer to game time on my Twitter at Best Dunks. I'll link my Twitter down below that you can follow, and I'll tweet out some more picks as well before the games start on Monday. Also, if you guys aren't into NBA Top Shot yet, I make a ton of Top Shot content still. And actually some prices going up. You can see this Paulo Banchero, 87 bucks now, and when it was first released, it was selling in the 60s. You can see on a value market, even some sales in the 70s, now holding in the 80s. So some crazy kind of movement, I guess, on Top Shot right now. So if you're not in Top Shot, you can sign up for $15 for free right now. So now back to Sorare, and if you're new to Sorare, also you're going to get 20 cards for free for signing up with this link down below. For game week 22, we have 3 common contests and 3 limited contests, which I'm going to go over because I don't play in the rare, and I don't think that many people do either compared to limited and common. First, I'm just going to go over where you should be prioritizing, I guess, your best cards. I like to go for the common champion first because you get a 1,000 chance here at a limited card. And then I go to the common contender because if we just look at the rewards, the top 10% get a tier 1, 10 to 30% get a tier 2 versus the all common offense. Only the top 3% get a tier 1 and 3 to 6 get a 2, 6 to 9 tier 3. So prizes are just a lot better in the champion than contender than all offense. For limited contender, it depends on how many people enter these, but the limited champion is going to have the best prizes. You can even get rare cards here, and there's also 1,000 limited. So I like to focus on limited champion and then limited contender and then limited all defense, only 230 prizes. So also when going into the contest, I like to look and see if any of these players have 3 games on the slate, and it looks like the only team with 3 games on the slate is going to be the Rockets. So I do like playing Rockets players this week because they do have 3 games. Obviously, just gives them a lot better chance to hit a big game if they have more chances than all these other guys. So the Rockets are going to be ones to prioritize up front. Not too much injury news yet on Sunday, the day before the slate actually starts, but one player that could be missing is Sengun, and right now his is still at 28 bucks for a cap of 30. So some pivots off of Sengun, assuming that he may not play in one of these 3 games. Could be a guy like Usman Garuba, just 7 bucks. His cap is 13. Hit a 19, hit a 28 last week. So if you can get something in the 20s with a cap of 13, that's going to be pretty good value. Also another good value could be Jabari Smith Jr., except for his price is going to be up there a bit more, 30 bucks for a cap of 26, but he has a better ceiling for sure. I mean, we see a 46 here, a 37 there, so he's kind of cooled off since then, but still going to be pretty expensive. And the last Rocket value here, Tari Eason for 16 cap is 16 bucks. So if you're looking to save money, I would go with that Garuba there that we looked at earlier for potentially if Sengun's out. The next guy who could possibly be out is actually LeBron James, and that would bring you to a guy like Lonnie Walker, just 11 bucks with a cap of 20. Maybe Austin Reeves, just $10, cap of 21. Thomas Bryant has been doing really well, and his price is way up there at 37 bucks for a cap of 24. To be honest, the Lakers just don't have a lot of guys without LeBron and Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook, but he's not going to be a great value because his cap is all the way up to 37, but his price tag is just 21, which is pretty affordable actually. Kind of a sneakier Laker play would be Schroeder at a cap of 18, or like a Troy Brown Jr. if you want to get real crazy if LeBron's out at a cap of 10 for just 7 bucks. Another player that could miss again is Fred VanVleet. His is all the way up to $28, cap of 41. But he could miss this game, which we've seen Malachi Flynn be a really good play when VanVleet's out. His price is down to just $5. His cap is still pretty low at 15. The other one not many people really know about is Jeff Doughton, 140, cap of 6. Gonna be some ultimate value here. I mean, he hit a 12 last week, so not anything great, but without Van Vliet, maybe Gary Trent or Anunoby or Barnes doesn't play in one of their games next week, could be one of the best value plays at just $1.44. We also already have news that Kelly Oubre Jr. is out, and to kind of pivot off of that news, we could go to Jalen McDaniels, who should see some extra minutes, just $10. His cap is fairly high at 23 for a guy that probably won't get you that much more than 23. As we look at his numbers here, 26 is the highest he's hit in the last 5 games. But a sneakier play would be JT Thor. Cap of 5, price is just $2.75. Could be in line for some bigger minutes. Hitting an 11, which I guess is double his cap of 5. But I think if Oubre's out, maybe another guy is out on Charlotte, then we could see him hit mid-teens and maybe in the 20s for a cap of just 5. Clint Capella also has been out of the lineup a lot, and the big beneficiary of that has been Okongwu. You can see his cap's now up to 28, but he can far surpass that. Hit a 38 and a 45 last week and a 47 the week before, so he can just go crazy. His price is all the way down to 21, and it's possible that Capella is out again on Monday as well. And for just $21, I would assume that you're getting a pretty good deal here. All right, then coming over to Sorare data, some higher price players here. Not going to be value plays really, but just some higher price guys that I like on the slate with bigger caps. I kind of like to look at the 2022 average and then their last 10 average, see if there's any good values here. Jokic is surpassing his 22 average by over 10 points here, so could be a good pickup, but he is pretty darn expensive. Another one here is Randall, nearly 10 more points than his 2022 average. He's fairly cheap at just 0.03 ETH compared to a lot of guys up here in the top 20 of most expensive players. Another guy here again at 0.03 is DeRozan, who's been scoring at 47, so he's been starting to come into his own a little more as well. Zion without some of the guys like Brandon Ingram has been doing really well, and that actually reminds me, if we come back to Sorare, the last value play that has been really good has been Jackson Hayes. His price is $15. His cap is still pretty low at 11. Larry Nance has been out. He hit a 38, a 30 last week or 2 weeks ago, and this past week hit a 24. So more than doubling even this week. His cap of 11, and yeah, he's been an awesome play, a good one to have. I had 2 of them. I sold one and played one, so Hayes has been really good as well. So besides some of those top price guys and some of the value I talked about, I like Rockets players, some higher price guys like Kevin Porter and Jalen Green as well in this week. And for more picks, follow me on Twitter, and I'll catch you guys soon for another Top Shot video talking about some of these prices. I'll catch you in another video.